on Iwtv News.
Teed off for districts, the Iowa Western men's golf team set to take a swing at the postseason. Friday Food Fest. So let me see, what's on the menu this week? Man. More football, baby. That's right, the spring game just a fumble away. Here's a few more hits to hold you over. Springtime in Reaver Country. Don't you just love it? Time to get a little squirrely.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching Iwtv News.
Hello and welcome to Iwtv News. I'm JJ Davis. Now, the Iowa Western golf team, men's team, looking for a repeat of last year and maybe just a little bit higher, as the 6th-ranked Reavers taking a few more swings at some practice rounds in preparation for districts. Now, after coming in well under par in 2018, anything's possible. Blue skies, cloudy, and windy out at Bent Tree Golf Club. Sails up for the Iowa Western men's team, teeing off with the wind at their backs as the Reavers sail into the district tournament.
The weather has affected the spring season really just by delaying everything. Once we got into the spring weather, it's been fine.
6th-ranked Big Blue, fine-tuning. The Reavers, one of 9 teams set to swing away at the Wild Horse Golf Club in Gothenburg, Nebraska. Now the top 5 finishers qualify for the national tournament.
Playing really well as a team right now. We just got done shooting a really good 7 under par round, and we've got 5 or 6 guys that really have the firepower to shoot under par rounds, which is what you need to compete. We have a sophomore on our team who set the school record by shooting 64 in the fall. Last round he came out and shot 65, so the firepower's there. We just got to clean up, some of his other rounds.
Yeah, the off season was a lot of work in the gym. We got a couple guys benching over 200 pounds this season, and I think that shows.
Tom Westenberger, our returning All-American, has been playing well. He's getting back to, what he's capable of. Finished the last tournament at 2 under par, which was good to see. He's still got a lot left in the tank. We are definitely a team of ball strikers. We drive the ball very well, typically longer than most teams we play against. We're really, really good iron players, and that's really what we rely on. So a lot of our work has gone into our wedge game and the play on and around the greens.
We're huge fans of each other. I mean, during qualifying, we're enemies because we all want to fight for a spot, but after the round, we're shaking hands and we're congratulating on good scores.
I'd say there's no pressure. We know it's a competitive district and we like that aspect of it. What they did last year is special, and I think there's only one way to improve, and that's to go win a national championship.
Not pressure, I just think there's high expectations, but I think all of us are mentally ready to fill those roles, and I think if we just have good mindsets, we'll play well.
I look at last year and really the last 4 years as just building blocks of this program and creating a foundation to where I feel like we've gotten ourselves to a point where we're competitive at the national level every year, and then it just comes down to how well you play in those big events.
The next big event tees off in just a few days. Blue skies, cloudy, and windy for the Iowa Western men's golf team. Now the Reavers, runners-up at last year's national tournament, set sail with the wind at their backs. Destination, the district event. And if recent years are any indication, then sails up. Then there's the women. Now, Big Blue tees it up in the Region 11 tournament. The 4-round event is held in Ankeny. Now, Iowa Western hoping to grab one of the top spots, if not the top spot, and qualify for nationals. Lisa Lee sits atop the leaderboard tied for first place after the first 2 rounds. 78, 77, good for a 2-day total of 155. Now Kimberly Parr carded a career-high 76 Saturday. The fellow sophomore sits in 3rd place after 36 holes. So here's what it looks like after 2 days from the Otter Creek Golf Course. Iowa Western comfortably in front by 17 strokes. 17! Iowa Lake's a distant second. So it looks like to me it's the Reavers to win or lose. Rounds 3 and 4 once again held in Ankeny Friday and Saturday next weekend. Staying outdoors, spring football, baby. Everybody say amen. A preview of the spring game. Good eating Friday luncheon. Spicy is the word from the cafeteria, real spicy, man, when we come back.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is Iwtv News.
Listen to me. I am captain of the track team. And if I'm late,
She doesn't really think she's going to get out of here, does she?
Be nice. She's new.
Hello, is anyone there? Ugh!
Wow. Even from our standards, you look awful.
Oh, sweetie, what happened?
Me? My friend Becky got to talk to this super cute boy, and I tried to act like I wasn't jealous, but I so totally was. And then out of nowhere, this concrete barrier just popped up. Maybe it was a semi.
You mean you were driving?
Yeah. I mean, I know the whole eyes on the road thing, but this was a super important text. Maybe you have to know, Becky.
Texting? Great.
But it was only like 5 seconds, and I'm a really, really fast texter, so it wasn't even a big deal. Actually, has she texted me back yet? Wow, I get like no bars in this place. I wonder if they have Wi-Fi here.
Okay, it's decision time. I want to take classes I need, spend less time working to pay for them. I want flexibility to transfer my credits. I want to get started now. Find your path at iwcc.edu and get hands-on, real-world experience. Start now at Iowa Western.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt,
Such a weirdo.
excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
It's never too late or too early to learn. And so it goes when it comes to Canvas training. You've heard of Canvas, right? You know, that new program, that new system put into place online for next fall semester? Well, you haven't? Well, here's the idea. Manning the cursor, Iwtv student Jesse Hauser.
Starting this summer, Iowa Western is making the switch to a new online system.
Canvas is what we call a learning management system, and it's a tool that facilitates online learning and face-to-face learning that consists of grade books, sources. It's kind of a one-stop shop for a class. Well, the big worry is just the learning curve. Everybody is so used to the system that's in place, so those that have used Moodle or only used to Moodle, it is an adjustment to find out new and different ways of doing things.
At first it can be a little rough, but the more time you spend with something, the easier it gets. So it's getting a lot easier, and I'll master it like I've mastered Moodle and the other learning systems.
The choice to make the switch is purely to benefit the students.
I think Canvas is a better option than Moodle just because of ease of use. It's much more intuitive, and I think when students get used to it, they'll find it a lot easier to find assignments, do assignments. In terms of faculty, it's easier to grade assignments, to post assignments. Pretty much any function that Moodle has, I think Canvas does better.
This change will paint a brighter canvas for the students of Iowa Western. For Iwtv, I'm Jesse Hauser.
Make you hungry? Yeah, me too. Now, they are serving tremendous food every Friday. And every Friday, the food, the taste, just a little different. I can smell those good eatings right now. Here's Iwtv student Larissa Lambertson.
Iowa Western students are back at it again with their annual Friday luncheon. The theme of this week's luncheon is unlike any other.
Today's theme for the Friday luncheon is Jamaican tropical. We have meat pies, we have things themed for the Caribbean, as well as calypso steel music to set the mood, and Caribbean themed colors with Caribbean flowers.
The salad should have. The menu items include traditional dishes such as Caribbean meat pie, warm goat cheese salad, and Rasta pasta.
He's going to be taking the bus too, but you can't take.
So we do it every Friday luncheon. Every Friday it happens. Today is April 19th, 2019. Our lunches are from 11 to 1, so you have 2 hours to come in. You can order online. Every Wednesday I will put out the menu and what it's going to be on the Rock Scroll page, so you can go in and look. You'll have the link to order online if you don't have time to come in here and sit down, but it's a really good environment to come in and sit down with your friends on your lunch break and have a good meal.
And with your Iowa Western news, I'm Larissa Lambertson.
Meanwhile, outside, everything is beautiful. Springtime at Iowa Western. But first, Saturday morning football, baby, after the break.
Marshall Wellness Center, opening summer of 2019. Iowa Western.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where do cats go on vacation? New York.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Iowa Western baseball team continuing to make some noise. Outscore Indian Hills here, winning 3 of 4. And then, road trip. And talk about putting it all together. Talk about a football score. Would you believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 home runs? That's exactly right. The 13th ranked Reavers Belt 7 4-baggers destroy Southeast 26-9. The following weekend, a 4-game set at Southwestern, a team Big Blue swept at the dock a couple of weeks ago, and ditto. Check out these scores: 9-1, 15-1, 12-4, 15-4. That's 77 runs in the last 5 games. I mean, that's an average of over 15 per. Iowa Western is on a roll. And then there's the softball team. The Reavers swept at Johnson County, and then the following Monday, same deal at 11th ranked Butler. Suddenly, Iowa Western has dropped 4 in a row. Keeping it outside. Spring practice continues for the football team. That's right, the spring game, just a couple of fumbles away. Now, what do they call it? Shells, helmets and shoulder pads? That's one thing. Full pads, full contact is another. Blue skies greet Big Blue on a Saturday morning. Now the Reavers seeing red. 4 quarterbacks throwing down the gauntlet to be the guy.
I think they've all really improved through spring. They have, and my biggest thing is we need someone to take care of the football. I think we turned it over too many times. I think they all go in spells. Some days this guy, some days that guy. They're complimenting each other and kind of coaching each other.
2 guys stand out from the other. Number 2, Cam Thomas. The Chicago native and Illinois transfer started a couple of games for the Fighting Illini as a freshman. Freshman Brandon George comes to Council Bluffs by way of Southern Illinois and then Hutchinson Community College. Now, George, originally from Jacksonville, Florida, was the 2017 Gatorade Player of the Year in Oklahoma.
Honestly, I love the area. I'm not used to the weather, but I love Council Bluffs.
I really like the facilities, love the coaching staff. Really didn't feel like a JUCO when I first got here. I feel like I bring leadership, some knowledge that some of the younger guys don't have. I feel like I've seen some plays at the next level, and I feel like I can bring that and my athleticism.
I redshirted a year and then got a medical waiver last year, so I feel like as a freshman on the field, I have a lot more knowledge than a lot of younger guys on the field, and I feel like that's definitely to my advantage.
Cam's extremely athletic, and he played 3 games in the Big Ten already, so he's got some of that big game experience or in front of big crowds. you'd hate to have a kid, a dual threat guy, because he can throw the football. Now we just got to be accurate. He's mature. He's been through some systems, and the thing is, in all those guys, and Brandon especially, he just loves to play football, and loves the game, loves the film room, loves all that stuff. He can run it, and he can throw it. I think now it's really just patience and trusting what's happening down the field, rather than maybe, sometimes he would like to take off and run.
If you go to coach, so you have to make me the starting quarterback
because we'll win. We're going to get a national championship.
Maybe Cam throws better than me, maybe Sheldon can run faster than me, but I think as a whole, I think I'm the most sound quarterback, knowing the game.
You go coach with a rep, school with a big-time rep, recruiting QBs doesn't stop up to August, possibly?
For sure, we're always on the look, and if it's I tell our kids it's no disrespect to any player, if we bring somebody else in, it's right now we're just trying to better the team. If, we went 10-1. If a guy in this team gets beat out by someone else coming in, we got ourselves better. And it's about competition. Get an eval from him, and when he says no show today, that tells me that you're really not in too big of a hurry to get back playing.
Competition continues to see red. The quarterbacks running the show in the spring, hoping to be the guy in the fall. Now for 4 guys, it's a 4-quarter game, but for 2, it's game on. Up next, the spring game.
Hey, gang on 3, gang on me, 1, 2, 3. Gang.
Big weekend for the Iowa Western track and field team. Why, would you believe 2 places at one time? First, the Kansas relays. Patricia Johnson leads the women 2nd in the long jump. Denzel Downing leads the men 3rd in the 100 hurdles. Meanwhile, at Doane College, Aaron Westmoreland wins the men's 100, 2nd in the 200. And the women's best finish at Doane, 7th in the triple jump. Meanwhile, outside, enjoying the view on campus, spring has finally sprung. We'll frame it in pictures on the other side.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt
wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included, and I knew that I was going to be okay.
I came from 5 generations of teachers. Losing my job was the bottom falling out of my world.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
Finally, we can finally walk outside on a daily basis and not freeze. I mean, it was a long, cold, snowy winter. And I got just a thing. A little tour to end the show, courtesy of one of our super sophomores, the pride of Logan Magnolia, Devin Holcomb. Thanks, Dee. It's official. It's getting warmer and warmer each and every day, each and every month. And of course, that's great news to the Iowa Western Television News Department as another school year is winding down. And so for this latest edition of Iwtv News, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around campus.
Iwtv is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.